It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Crosses the 30. He's got away.
Get up out of there, Rodgers.
Past the 30. He's at the touchdown.
Ohio
State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The give from the gun. They get him stopped after a gain of 4. To the 28. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. LSU right back to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the
If I pull up, you're going to have to call the loud for me.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Tigers are on the move. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up.
Oh, what the fuck, bro?
You gotta love the creativity with the
There got to be a way to turn this damn switch stick shit off.
Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in 4-6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Bro, what at in the settings, bro? So I've been looking all over for that shit.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Oh, you gotta do it from the menu. Damn. I bet.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Finding open areas. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He'll take the deep shot.
Got icons mixed up.
Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man.
Got it, Bill.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Rodgers. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Rodgers. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. And he got enough for the first down.
My bar,
Somebody
Rodgers.
put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Rodgers. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
To the air on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jordan.
On that, man.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
LSU will get a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Shit, I ain't see that big either.
Makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back.
I'm glad that big was there, though, because Buddy was beat.
So he's finding the football consistently.
Off-play action on 1st down. He wants to go deep. He's got it down the right side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Boom. Catch in the middle. It's Rodgers. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football.
Come on, D, we need another stop, man.
You still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out quickly. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. He wants to change this route. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch, and they finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
When he's a 2-minute offense, when you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him.
Turn around, dude.
He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
The one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Using his legs, it's Rodgers. He's past the 30. At
Come
the
on, get the
45.
block, dude.
Look at that.
Oh, get up out of there.
Everybody.
Hit Rodgers.
Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Ohio State. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
That boy must got
Man,
downhill.
that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. You try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executed beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to adjust the pattern. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. All wideouts, no backs. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He spins that thing down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going for the goal line. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Absolutely center cut. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Wide open. He makes the catch. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone. And I love the vision right here by the cornerback. Seeing the quarterback the whole way. Breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left.
How the fuck is this nigga keep beating him to the outside like that?
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throwing catch, and he's down at the 5.
That's crazy,
Quarterback has
though.
found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup.
Thank you.
Oh, it's picked off.
I saw that.
Start they hoped for. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What momentum you get.
I put triangle at the right time.
What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
On the move from inside his 5. Oh, what vision. He's chased out of bounds, but man, does that return set them up with spectacular field position at the
That ball moved.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quarterback making adjustments. Here comes the heat. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Bell. They stop him just a league or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This guy is having a truly special day, calling to mind the afternoon that Trace Sermon or Eddie George had, putting up huge numbers.
I mean, that's incredible. Just when you play and you put on that uniform and you know the guys that wore it before you and wore it so well.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Reels it in the end zone.
Because if you pull up, you're going to have to call a loss, baby.
They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
He's out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and a really nice job to set up this offense with good field position. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Breaks into the open.
That nigga must got a takeoff or something.
Before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. LSU quick to the line. He'll pull it on the read.
Good
And
play.
he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown LSU!
defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged
under
down.
my ball, Jit.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on second down. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab deep. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Might be changing the route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he puts through the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the back. Called it, finds his man on the left. There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. Let's see what they've got on second down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to pass on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Unloads it left. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing.
Who the fuck out you throwing to?
Force a fourth down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
On his way from around the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings.
Thank you.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They put another
Go get him, Shelton.
as they try to push this winning streak to 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, anyway against just about any opponent. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standards.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That's caught. It's Ingram. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs down.
He's got it inside the 15. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down. Quarterback may change this route. He wants to throw it. Going for 6.
I couldn't get over there fast enough.
Goes out of the back of the end zone.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Trying to blow his way in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Motion from the wideout. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake.
Well, that should have waited.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd
Well,
going
scrapping out, though.
absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Oh, let me get my audible.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
That's a dot, man.
Man has it. It's a first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He's brought down, just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us. They're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Yes, sir.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. No more